Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, it started with spit and ended with a gunshot. A violent scene unfolds in a Southfield gas station.
It was a dispute over chicken that resulted in gunfire.
We'll start this one in the middle of the story. In a second, you'll see the guy in all black hawk a loogie at a gas station clerk. And in return, the clerk allegedly fires 6 shots.
I'm just thank goodness there was no families, no children in that background.
Run it back. It started last Tuesday inside this gas station / chicken spot in Southfield off Greenfield near 10 Mile. The customer in all black and a yellow hat, 39-year-old Alan Blair, apparently felt slighted by staff while ordering chicken. That's actually what this is all over, chicken.
As a result of that, he became angry, and then a fight ensued.
Blair was outnumbered, then pushed out of the gas station. Let's play back that loogie bit. That set the clerk off, who pulled out his 9mm. Police say his name is Mejid Saleh, 22 years old.
The clerk fired his weapon approximately 6 times. At that time, the customer did not fire, however, retreated.
Blair had a gun too, illegally, and chose not to fire and walked off down Greenfield.
Colored seats, male pulled a gun on the clerk and shot him.
Right there, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm gonna get up on it. Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Southfield police spot him in minutes.
Get on the ground right now, police! Don't move!
And then on to the clerk, who stayed at the gas station.
You gotta hang out with us. Okay? Thank you. And lock your fingers.
Is there anything going on? I'm gonna stay today. How is that gonna go?
You're gonna hang out tonight, yeah.
We're gonna hold everybody accountable, because this is irresponsible behavior.
It's true, but both men are out of custody on personal bonds. Interesting choice by the courts, given the charges. Blair is charged with gun crimes, and Saleh charged with assault with a dangerous weapon. He did have a CPL. There's a but, though.
You cannot fire these weapons indiscriminately, and you definitely cannot introduce a handgun to an equation unless it's life-threatening.
Okay, so we're talking both of those suspects had personal bonds. They each have 3 felonies. A little surprised on that bond because they are both out tonight, but we'll see how things move forward in court.
Yeah, and that's half the problem right now. We keep seeing over and over again with these low bonds. So hopefully this will continue maybe to change in the future. But thanks, Jess.
Also tonight, another brutal day on Wall Street.
The Dow dropping another 2,300 points, the worst week for stocks since 2020. And it all follows President Trump's announcement on tariffs, a blanket 10% tariff going into effect tomorrow for dozens of countries. Now, the Federal Reserve Chair warns the policy will likely lead to higher inflation and slower growth.
Our obligation is to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored and to make certain that a one-time increase in the price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem.
Meantime, there's a bipartisan effort to rein in President Trump's tariffs. Senate Democrats say they'll push legislation to block them later this month.
Meanwhile, in a high-stakes move, Stellantis and Ford are slashing prices.
It comes amid tariffs on imported cars, but some are worried their inventory won't be able to keep up. Fox 2's Tanisha Cordell reports.
The mad dash for pre-tariff cars begins.
I think we're going to have a really big April and potentially May.
And it's because of Ford promotions like this.
Who benefits from Ford's commitment to America for over 120 years? You.
The manufacturer cutting customers a break, saving them thousands of dollars with employee discount prices on its American-built lineup. Stellantis facing sales declines for the past year, offering employee discounts to customers as well.
Others that don't build as many cars in the United States might not be able to afford to do it.
It shows the customers that the companies are aware of what's going on and they want to be as responsive as they possibly can.
While excited, Todd Zott of Zott Auto says this could create problems with inventory, much like we saw post-COVID and during the chip shortage.
Depending on the store, about 60 to 90 days worth of inventory, but I don't think it's going to last that long.
The concern the same for competitive dealers, even if they don't have better discounts to offer.
All the manufacturers are trying to put their heads together to figure out what to do. All the prices are essentially frozen in a productive way. We can only deal with what we've been dealt.
Wayne State professor Merrick Masters says this is all part of a bigger plan to reset what he called an eviscerated manufacturing base here in the U.S.
And the losers have been the workers. We've seen their wages stagnate, or they've lost their jobs, and communities have been devastated. Really, the sucker in this business has been the United States.
Well, Ford's employee discount will be available until June 2nd and Stellantis through the end of the month. Now, when you look at the tariff on imported cars and parts, well, there's still going to be a waiting game there because there's still so much that has to be ironed out. And when you look ahead at the other announced tariffs on imported goods, for example, well, those are still being negotiated with other countries. Wayne State professor Merrick Masters, who you just heard from, says he expects those to wrap up within the next week or so. Reporting in Southfield, I'm Tanisha Cordell on The Edge.
After spending the month locked up in a maximum security Mexican prison, a Michigan couple is grateful to be back home.
Paul and Christy Akeo touching down in Lansing last night. State Congressman Tom Barrett negotiating with Mexican officials to drop the charges and release the Americans.
Nothing like you'd ever want to go through. It's unbelievable.
I walked through the, part of the interior of the prison, not deep into the cells where they were located, and it was enough for me to see that, no person would want to be detained there. No American should have to be, going through that, especially under the conditions that they were in for the amount of time that they were.
The Akeos are looking forward to moving past their prison stay and turning a new page.
I'm going to go take a shower. There were no showers there. And if you could take a shower, it was cold.
Be grateful for what America has given us and be thankful for just the little things.
Mexican prosecutors say they dropped fraud charges against the Akeos over a timeshare after the couple agreed to pay reparations.
We'd love to have a warm, sunny weekend, but it doesn't seem like that's in the cards for us.
Yeah, Captain Rich Luderman actually said snow, possibly? You're crazy.
We could see some wet flakes on Monday. That's down the road. Now, we did have sunshine this morning. We had cloudy skies for baseball inside Comerica Park, but notice all this rain down to our south and west. We are getting some light showers, but the heavy activity is well south of us. We're going to see these light showers come and go for the rest of tonight. Here's what's on Sky Tracker. Light showers close to Pontiac, Farmington Hills, out around Fowlerville and Lansing as well. 51 degrees the high today, 39 the morning low. Rain total, not much. We've had the rain this evening, but it was dry for baseball today. Right now, numbers are in the low to mid 40s. It's going to be cool, really, for the next 7, 8, 9 days. You'll see that in the 7-day forecast. Most of the heavy rain over the next 36 hours will stay to our south, but we will see occasional showers for your Saturday. Then cooler and drier air comes in for Sunday. For the rest of tonight, occasional light showers down to 43. Tomorrow, a few more showers, but certainly not an all-day rain, 53 for a high. And then look at these cool numbers. There's Monday, 46. And yes, we could see a couple of wet snowflakes down the road. No warm-up in sight. How about a full check with Lori tomorrow morning?
See where they go, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, a slider does him in. And opening day in Detroit is a W for the Tigers.
You saw it right here on Fox 2. A great day at Comerica Park. Tigers opening day ends with a win over the Chicago White Sox, and countless Tigers fans streamed into downtown for an all-day and I think all-night party as well.
It looks like it, yeah. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin takes us to the festivities.
Opening day, Tigers, absolutely the best day of the year.
No question about it. It's the one thought that sums up an absolutely magical mood in Tiger Town going into the weekend.
It's been lively. It's been awesome. No complaints so far.
All thanks to the Tigers slugging out the Chicago White Sox and a 7-4 sellout home-style thriller. The boys never trailed, but the ninth inning pitching put up a little scare. Kerry Carpenter was the hero of the day, knocking out 2 homers, pumping up the crowd.
Kerry Carpenter, voice of Detroit. He is the voice of Detroit sports. He comes in now and then, but he is the voice of Detroit sports along with Riley Green, and they are electric for our city.
You've got the playoff beard already, right?
You know it. The boys are hitting the ball, they're getting them home.
This day was amazing. It was amazing. To see the Tigers win is everything.
And for many, opening day brings back some of the glory years.
I remember when the Tigers won, it was 84-85 with Sweet Lou and Alan Trammell and Clark Gibson. Yeah, and I'm back to that.
This is incredible. Look at the crowd.
The trip worth it and then some for Detroit native Bridget McGowan.
I come here every year for opening day, and I live in Kentucky now, but I make sure to come here every year. And this crowd and the people are amazing, and I can't, we have the best time ever.
I've been coming down here my whole life. It was like a family tradition, and then I slowly brought her into my family tradition, and she loves it, and she's originally from Grosse Pointe, so she gets the whole Detroit thing.
Even our friends from across the bridge came over to show some love.
I think that from Windsor, that the best part of Windsor is that we have Detroit. We have all, not just Tigers, but we have Lions. We have everything, and we love the city wholeheartedly. And Tigers opening day has been a tradition our whole lives, and we love it.
Excited to support.
And eventually everyone makes their way over to Greektown, where even some Monroe Street construction isn't stopping the celebration of a hometown sports legacy.
I think it's time after the Lions, how they did the last couple of years, we're back to sports town, and that's what's really needed, because we were known for that for a very long time. We got a little bit spoiled, and we'll take that back now. So let's go Tigers. Go Tigers. That's right.
And the Tigers will take on the White Sox once again tomorrow in an effort to keep all that winning going. We're in downtown Detroit. Dave Kinchin on the Edge.